So now, what is the meaning of electrical drive? Before going to it, what do you mean by a drive system? Why we require it? Most of the production equipment used in modern industrial undertakings consist of three important components, namely the prime mover, the energy transmitting device, and the actual apparatus, or the equipment that performs the desired job. So, motion control is required in large number of industrial and domestic applications. Like in the transportation system, we require a motion control. In rolling mills, we require a motion control. Paper mills, textile mills, whatnot. In all the industries, we require motion control. So, systems employed in motion control are called as drives. Systems which are employed in motion control are called as drives. Motion control, which in turn requires prime movers. So drives that employ electric motors as a prime movers are called as electric drives. But there are large number of prime movers can be used instead of electric motors, such as we can use diesel or petrol engines as a prime mover, or we can use gas or steam turbines also as a prime movers, and we can even use hydraulic motors also as a prime mover. So systems or driving systems which employ electric motors as a prime movers are called as electrical drives. So in general, I can put something like this: systems employed in motion control are called as drives. Motion control in turn requires prime movers, and if I use electric motor as a prime mover, then we call it as an electrical drive. Say for example, in an automobile, I can use IC engines, which means it is a mechanical prime mover, so it is a mechanical drive. If I use the same automobile, if I use electric motor as a prime mover, then we call it as an electrical drive. Now let us see what are all the advantages of electrical drives over other sort of drives. They have flexible control characteristics. Electrical drives have very flexible control characteristics. Especially when power electronics converters are used, they are more flexible. The steady state and dynamic characteristics of any electrical drive can be shaped to satisfy the load requirement, which is not possible with the other sort of driving systems. Speed can be controlled, and if required, they can be controlled over wide range. That is down from zero speed to the maximum speed. Electrical brakings can be employed. Control gear requirement for speed control, starting and braking is usually very simple and easy to operate also. This is one of the major advantage of the electrical drive when compared with other sort of drives. And the electrical drives are available in a wide range of speed, torque and power. They have higher efficiency. No load losses of the electrical drives are very low. Load losses are very low. And considerable short time overloading capacity. That is, when it is started, immediately it can be fully loaded to its maximum extent without any problem, which is not possible with the help of mechanical drives, and can be made in variety of designs to make them compatible with the loading systems. Compared with other prime movers, they have longer life, low noise, low maintenance and requirements, and they are cleaner in operation. That is, they do not have any infection on the pollution of the polluting the environment. That is, when we go for a mechanical driving systems, it injects lot of carbon dioxide into the system, into the atmosphere, which spoils the entire atmosphere and causes greenhouse effects. That is not in the case of the electrical driving system. And electrical energy, it is easily transportable. It can be easily transportable from one point to another, whereas a mechanical energy, it is very difficult. And it is adaptable in almost all the environment conditions. It is adaptable in almost all environment conditions, such as explosive and radioactive environment, and it can be submerged into the liquids. Example, monoblock pumps or submergible pumps, which can be put inside the water, and it can be vertical mounted, horizontal mounted, and it can suit all operating condition environments. And it can operate in all the four quadrants of the speed torque plane. It can operate in all the four quadrants of the speed torque plane. That is, it can operate in forward motoring, reverse motoring, regeneration, reverse regeneration, everything is possible with the help of electrical drive. Electrical braking gives smooth deceleration and increases life of the equipment compared with other forms of braking. When regenerative braking is possible, considerable amount of saving of energy can also be achieved. These features are not available with other sort of prime movers. And very important point, these electrical drives need not to be refilled or warm up at any point of time. They can be started instantly and immediately it can be fully loaded without any problem. So because of these advantages, the electrical drives are preferred over the other sort of driving system nowadays in most of the industries.